Welcome to Nerdities. Bitches.
No topic too absurd, no statement too asinine. We are Nerdy Jersey's finest, and we're at each other's throats. That's right, it's Nerdities, folks, and you're coming in on a hot one.
I watched a terrible movie, and I had to go through a fucking tournament with these clowns. We're going great.
Joe, you did that so quick, I'm like, shit, I have to hit record really fast.
It's everybody's week. Anybody feel like it's worth talking about, or you want to just go headlong into the show stuff?
Slowly recuperating from sickness, and then that fell into allergy season. So, like, I might just be looking like I'm scratching out one of my eyeballs. It's not scratching, I'm just rubbing it. Also, this country is falling apart.
Yeah, but that's...
Joe doesn't like to get political, but, like, there's a lot of shit in the douche of the week. He can plug his...
We'll save that for that. On a more positive note, I went to my cardiologist today, and
how's that?
Yeah. Apparently, I am the picture of health. Who saw that coming?
It's all the preservatives you eat.
Must be, with the exception of a little bit of plaque, like a tiny, tiny amount of plaque on one of my arteries. My heart is perfectly fine. He did notice, though. So they noticed in one of the scans that my esophagus is inflamed, or it's hardening or something. So, acid reflux in my 40s.
Hey, man, welcome to the party. Joe's in that shit, too.
Dude, I got Brioschi. It's like the sodium bicarbonate from, like, Italy. It works.
Hey, Brioschi.
Does it? Does it, like, because when my inflammation kicks up, it feels like someone's blowing up a balloon in my fucking diaphragm underneath my ribs. Does anybody else get that?
I get massive pain.
Yeah.
See, thankfully, I don't get a lot of pain. Mine's just like, it's bloating
Pressure.
like a motherfucker. Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly why it's happening for me. I've noticed quite often I'll do the burp laying down without catching myself, and that's a lot of damage right at one. Yeah. So maybe I've done that one too many times. But also, you and I have that same peanut butter thing going on. That's
why I had to give it up, bro.
I've almost completely given it up. Every once in a while, I'll let myself indulge. But when I do...
Zach loves peanut butter now. Loves it. Kills me. Me. Just like, let me get a sniff of that peanut butter cup, kid. Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, let me sniff your cup, son. Oh, that's the good.
Put on my nipples.
That's the reason.
James makes fun of me because, like, every once in a while I'll have almond butter. It's not a fair substitute. It is like watered down peanut butter.
Yeah.
It tastes like almost nothing.
Same thing with cashew butter. Cashew butter's...
I slightly like cashew butter a little bit more.
Oh, then almond butter? Yes.
When you've been raised on PB your whole life, when it was like full meals.
So we watched the other night. We were going through commercials. Or no, it was Watch Mojo. Watch Mojo had like top 20 discontinued foods from like when you were young, and through the 90s, it was like PB Max, peanut butter boppers.
Are you watching the peanut butter edition?
No, it wasn't. It was just everything in the fucking 90s was peanut butter.
This thing was designed to torment me.
Yeah. And Ashley's like, oh yeah, I remember those. I was like, oh, those tasted so good. And James is like, yeah, too bad you can't eat that now. And I was like, oh, you really don't want to live past 15, do you?
I've been a bachelor for a week? No, less than that.
Well, no, you haven't.
So...
She's been in Florida.
You've been a married man who's free for a week.
Yeah.
Not a bachelor. This is a bachelor.
So, like, what you're saying is you've had a fair amount of free time at night that you could have taken 20 minutes to read a fucking script?
Because when I get home, I'm so tired, I crash.
Fuck you. Don't give me that, you crap shit.
Do you shoot with the door open?
No.
That's awesome.
It's so the dog can come in and lick it clean.
Well, no, she comes in and just looks at me. Minnie will pull. She sits on the bath mat and looks at me while I'm taking a shit, and just goes with the paw. Pet me. I'm here. You pet me.
She,
Do you look back? Do you stare right through her? Do you like make eye contact like when they poop?
do you know why they do that?
Is it like a trust thing?
It's because
Yeah.
they're expecting you to protect them while they're in their
Yes.
moment of vulnerability.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You're standing there on your phone and you're like, dude, predators,
Bro.
man. I do it for you when you're shitting. When you're in that room on the hard thing, I come out here on the soft grass to drop my loads, and you're all fucking, you're doom scrolling.
But the worst thing about me being home with Minnie is she doesn't listen to me. Guarantee any of you guys come over and ask her, you'd be like, hey, Minnie, do this, she'll listen to you.
I mean, I'm sure if I asked your dog to read the script that we sent you 2 fucking weeks ago, she probably would have read it.
The thing is, Joe, we would say it with a bit of authority in our voices.
I do. She does not listen. She
It
doesn't listen to me at all.
I've heard you talk, Joe. You don't. I'm not even there when you're doing it to her, and I know you don't.
Yeah, you're wrapped around her little paw, bro.
Come on.
I get this, and
Because
like,
she knows. She's like, I got this motherfucker.
At any time, have you ever gone, hey?
Yeah.
No, you probably go, hey, hey.
Hey.
Drop it down, put a little gravel in there. Hey. Fuck.
Yeah. Mike, you're on
Give
the
her
right track. He goes, hey, all right.
You gotta give her your Batman voice.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna shit on the couch, I swear. Swear to me.
Yeah, but Beth comes home tomorrow. I gotta go pick her up at the airport.
Beth, I hear you calling.
Which one?
Philly.
That's not bad.
No, actually, I have a food review.
From that, it's gotta be great.
No, it's on the way back from the airport. I stopped at a place, and
Well, now's not the time, Joe.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
know.
review time. It's not review time, Joe.
Fucking hey, Joe. We kind of have a rest in peace this week. Kinda. I don't know how much we can talk about Steve Mongo McMichael, but he was a wrestler for a while. He was one of the 4 Horsemen for a while.
Twas.
So I feel like we just got to at least say his name. I don't know much beyond. I know he was an NFL player, and he was at WCW right before New World Order took over.
Yeah.
So he had his career.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, he was pretty well liked.
Yeah.
I don't know too much. That was like, I still wasn't so heavily into it at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I came around, I think, maybe like 6 to 8 months after the NWO came in, so he was pretty, like, gone.
He was one of the first guys, I think, when the NWO swept in. He was probably like, fuck, I don't want to be a part of this. So they did, like, beat down and got rid of him or something. Or he walked out before that wave crested. But, former WCW wrestler, but one of the 4 Horsemen. Very few people can say they were a horseman.
Yeah.
So for that reason alone, you get your 5 seconds, sir. Now, having a name like Mongo doesn't quite float these days, but hey, who doesn't love blazing saddles, right?
Mongo only pawned in Game of Life.
Bit of casting, tidbit of casting.
Do you know?
Paul Ben Victor. You don't know him by name, but you'll know him by sight. If you remember the beginning of Tombstone, when the Cowboys completely decimate that Mexican family's wedding.
Kinda.
We all remember this, right? One of the members of the Cowboys was a Mexican guy who got the biblical quote wrong. He says something about a sick horse. I don't know. He talk loco. He will be in Lanterns, the Green Lantern show, as a character named Atron. They're saying an alien named Atron or Atnon, which is being rumored that that's just a cover name. His whole concept is he's a guy who hates justice, hates law, and is just angry at law. He is full of rage.
Atrocitus?
That is the rumor, that Atrocitus is going to be a villain in season 1 of Lanterns.
Ooh.
That's a big start. But, if they go Atrocitus, that means, to me, they're going to go with the entire fucking spectrum by the end of this show.
That would be fucking great.
And they really have to.
Give me some fucking Larfleeze.
Yeah. A season that's just Larfleeze. If they're going to do this as a procedural, you could do a serial killer season. By the end of it, they've discovered a color in the spectrum. They have so many opportunities with this fucking show now that they're starting to load.
Fucking serial killer hoarder.
Yes. So many. And yeah, pretty damn excellent. I hope that's not just a misdirect or something.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Damn well should be. The entire voice cast for Andy Serkis's version of Animal Farm dropped this week. I hadn't heard who it was. You didn't hear about this? That he made a version? It's made. Like, he'd been working on it for a while.
I thought that, yeah, because I was going to say, I thought this came out, like, years ago.
It did not. It was announced years ago, but it has yet to drop. Should be coming soon. Seth Rogen, which is kind of like, really? Seth Rogen in a movie? Like,
Although he's been doing some more serious shit.
Yeah.
And
Glenn Close.
His work as Alan on Invincible has been pretty fucking solid.
Yeah. It's funny, but understated.
Yeah. Without
being over-the-top funny. He's got good lines, and he's very serious most of the time. Glenn Close, Woody Harrelson, Gaten Matarazzo, Laverne Cox, who I don't really know. I'm probably one of those people you know by face. Kieran Culkin, Steve Buscemi, Jim Parsons, Iman Vellani, and Kathleen Turner.
No shit.
I mean, you want a good voice worker, you pull in Kathleen Turner. She's got that smoke.
Yeah.
All the plums. Got that smoke in there. I'm looking forward to this. Whenever the hell they finally put it out. Those are the only castings I've got, though.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Anthony Michael Hall will be in season 2 of Wednesday.
That's nice.
Yeah.
They're already filming that?
It's going to be out soon.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be
July?
a couple months. Yeah.
Figures. Okay. A fair amount of trailers.
Yeah.
Last week, it came out. I didn't bring it up. So we were already at a pretty packed show last week. But Sandman Season 2's trailer, or the final season of Sandman, since they've tossed that one in the bucket, dropped. Didn't really show much new. Kind of what we knew was coming if you watched the first season. The rest of the family of the Endless, they're going to show up, and they showed what they all look like at the end of last season. So it's not a whatever thing, but it's all right, cool. Still looks pretty. Still looks like Sandman, like a fucking Neil Gaiman dream. And I sincerely hope he's innocent, because I'd like to see more of his shit.
It is not looking that way.
Damned unfortunate. Finally got a more in-depth trailer for Weapons. We got that teaser earlier last week, I think it was. Now we know a bit more about the plot. All of the kids in one teacher's class go missing at 2:17 at night.
Yeah.
And it seems like a chunk of this movie, probably the first act, is the town starting to blame her for it, because, like, why wouldn't you? It's kind of fishy. But then they start to come back different, and it looks like the back 2/3 of this thing is going to be kind of a Village of the Damned deal, where kids go on a spree of some type.
Yeah, this looks fun.
Yeah, and because it's the director of Barbarian who's making this, I expect some subversion here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not be a 3-act structure. It might be a splitsies down the middle, because that was pretty much what Barbarian was. You had one movie, you had one movie at the front, and then the backside was something completely different. I'm in it. It's coming out August 8th. I might theater this one. I might just wait for it to come home. Another Fear Street thing, going down the well-worn road that is prom-related slasher movies. But
I read this book back in the day.
I didn't know he put these out as books. I figured he was going to like more theatrical.
No, these were all books. So I'm pretty pumped about this one.
Is it the same town?
Yes.
Okay. Because there's one line in the trailer where like someone's like it'll work out or whatever, and they're like no, it's like Willow's Grove, wherever the hell the name of the place is. Like it's haunted. It's like cursed. And I am kind of annoyed with myself. I didn't see that last one. The first two, they were
really
pretty
solid.
Yeah, a really good take on the slasher concept. May 23rd, come to the flicks of net. The Smash Machine finally got a trailer.
Yeah.
The Rock playing
Not himself for once.
not himself, not
Steve Kerr.
Steve. I know his last name's Kerr.
Kerr.
We know
Yeah.
his first name is Steve.
I think it's
Oh,
Mark.
no.
It's Mark Kerr, isn't it?
Mark Kerr.
Yeah, yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oscar bait,
Oh yeah.
and I don't know if he's going to win, but just from the trailer alone, it feels like he deserves a nomination.
It'll
He's going to get Golden Globe.
the film will get nommed. He'll get it, but she's definitely going to win.
Yeah, she's basically playing
Adrian.
the SNL character.
Yeah.
Every boxer's girlfriend from
Yeah.
every movie about boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the end, I want to watch this movie for no other reason to see her take their kids to a sister's house.
Yeah. Go to my sisters.
But you know, we're going to be Michael.
My sisters.
My sisters. I do though, not to take anything away from him. Like he's really beyond the way he looks in it. Which that prosthetic, I don't know if it's going to let his face move a lot. It might be a downfall of the movie, but he is definitely playing. You could
he is a
mistake him
character.
for someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is about damn time.
Yeah. It hasn't been since Southland Tales that he played a character.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. And like he changed himself physically for this a lot. He's been bodybuilding, working out, whereas now he's got a completely different, not completely different, but a more
He's got a more like toned down, jacked kind of.
an
He's more
active
cut,
physique. Yeah, a strongman style physique. It's not as much about bulk and rip. This is like function over form, and I think it's going to work for him. Everything in the trailer seemed good. So it's going to be worth checking out. And not nearly as depressing as Iron Claw.
Which, mind you, was amended because the actual story of that family is far more depressing than that movie.
Their story is so depressing, they cut out one of the kids. They didn't even have a fifth kid for them to kill.
Mm-hmm.
That was too much. They literally said in the making of,
Yeah.
we thought having 4 kids die was too much for this family.
Even though in real life.
Yes, you're right. It was too much for this family. Pee-wee as himself.
Yo.
I don't know if I can handle this one.
Yo.
Yeah. It's a two-part?
Two-parter. Max?
Yeah.
HBO Max. I don't remember if the trailer said when it's coming, but they don't.
End of May, I want to say.
I think so.
It makes sense. They don't tend to drop these trailers for docs on streaming services well in advance. They tend to give it like a month or so within that frame.
This one's going to be... I know I haven't got myself in the mindset to watch the Christopher Reeve one.
You need to.
I know.
No. Like, not just you need to watch it, you need to get yourself in a mindset if you want to watch it. It's a gut punch.
This one's going to... I know he was... When Phil Hartman died, Paul Rubin took it hard.
They co-wrote Big Adventure together.
Yeah, so it's like, you got that part, and then the fact that he's not with us anymore, it's like... Pee-wee was such a...
I didn't realize, like, I've always enjoyed, like, I enjoyed the show back in the day more than I ever thought I would. Big Adventure is a seminal movie for me in so many different ways. But after a while, he kind of fell off, like, after the whole Jack Shack thing, when he lost his momentum, I was kind of like, I didn't hate him, but I was like, whatever, you know. Pee-wee's had his day and he's done. But to come back the way he did, like, within the year, and to find his new niche, and then bring Pee-wee back in the modern age, like, that's...
He was so good in Blow.
Yeah.
He was so good.
It's kind of an underrated movie. That movie frustrates me. Like, seeing all the different ways people screwed over his character, not his character, Depp's character in that movie.
Yeah.
It's a frustrating film. But yeah, Pee-wee as himself, a 2-parter coming soon to HBO Max. He was all over the 80s. He was... I don't like to do the Mount Rushmore of 80s things, so if there was a super team from the 80s of personalities, it would be him, Mr. T.
Michael J. Fox?
Michael J. Fox would be on there. Yeah.
Paul Rubens as the waiter in the Blues Brothers. Like, out of nowhere. There's Paul Rubin.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Almost put Buffy on the other day.
Just,
The movie.
I have free Apple Music for 2 months. I downloaded the Once Again with Feeling, and it's been stuck in my head for a week.
I like his dying scene in the movie. It's like my favorite thing. Does the fucking kick against the wall?
The Penguin's dad. Twice.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
twice. The first time he really didn't do anything, but they gave him depth in Gotham.
Yo,
Man.
he didn't have to do much more than toss a baby crib over a bridge with what was her name in Big Adventure? It was the woman who worked at the diner in Big Adventure.
Oh fuck.
Right?
Yvonne? No,
No,
Yvonne.
which was
I can't remember, but her boyfriend attacked them in the T-Rex. Fuck, is that on Max? I gotta watch that.
I'm pretty sure that's on Max.
What? Big Adventure?
Big Adventure.
Oh, it's on Max.
Okay, I gotta check that. I will watch that again. I watched it so much as a kid. But yeah, Pee-wee is himself. That's gonna be a lot. Heads of State looks surprisingly good to me.
Simone, by the way.
Simone, that was
Simone.
it. Heads of State.
What?
I didn't even know this was a movie that was coming.
Completely out of nowhere. Is this thing gonna be theatrical? I don't.
No, it's on Prime.
Okay, primed up. Like he does seem to be doing a lot of stuff with Prime. He did Ricky Stenicki.
Which was great.
I got like a third of the way through that movie, and all the characters pissed me off.
No. You have to play it out to the end, man. You have to. It's worth it. The payoff is worth it.
Is it because they are all like?
Yes,
remember how
yes.
I couldn't handle Wicked because everyone's an asshole?
I know. Trust me. I gotta say, Prime makes some killer movies.
Was Jackpot was the one he was in with Awkwafina?
I haven't watched that one yet.
Fucking solid.
Because, I mean, of course, it's the two of them. She's fantastic.
She's hilarious. They play off each other well. And then Simu Liu coming in there and like halfway through the movie as a character. I don't think I'm giving anything away here. You can't trust him.
Dude, does Jack Quaid ever take a break? He's like Pedro Pascal right now. He's in everything.
Dude, while it's hot, you gotta strike.
I almost watched Companion today.
That keeps popping up on my...
There's like 6 new
TV.
movies. That's the one he's in where the sex bot becomes sentient.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen some trailers for that.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Novocaine. So, like, every time I'm hung out with my ex, she just keeps me like, "You want to watch Novocaine? You watch Novocaine?" I'm like, I don't know if I'm into that. I kind of feel like I've seen that concept a few times. As much as I enjoy Jack Quaid.
And isn't he shooting the final season of The Boys? Like, aren't they in production?
Probably. He's got... This is his wave is cresting right now. He is taking advantage of it. And you've got to.
Yeah. He's going to have all this shit dump within the next couple months, and then if people like him, they know he's free after The Boys drops.
Yeah. Well, back to Heads of State. Idris Elba as the Prime Minister of the UK, and John Cena as the President of the United States, in a situation that's basically, it's an action movie. And Cena plays a guy who was an action movie star. If Schwarzenegger could have become president, that's who he is in this movie.
Yeah.
A mix of that and a little bit of W.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. I keep Idris. I still want him in a Bond movie.
We know.
I want him to be M.
He could do it. He could drop M.
He could be M.
Why?
He could. Yeah, but it would be a waste.
Fucking waste.
You either have him. They're never going to cast him as Bond.
Which is stupid.
No. He's too old.
He is too old, and
He's
they're
too
too
old.
racist.
Yeah.
I like him 10 years ago. Sign me up. He would have been a great Bond.
He's a perfect villain, or he's a perfect elder agent.
Ooh, true.
If you're recasting Bond, if you're going to start from scratch, another...
You have to make sure that whoever you're casting as Bond is just as fucking pretty, because Idris Elba is a very attractive man.
Yeah, dude, that's why, man. Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's a good-looking young man. He's a front runner.
He is the front runner.
They're both suave. They'd have a suave on running down the fucking street.
I'm there for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks fun as fuck.
Heads of State does look a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that one too. Not as much as I'm looking forward to the last trailer we have this week.
It's not the last trailer.
Isn't
Nope.
it?
There's two.
What am I missing?
Now You See Me.
Oh, that's right. Why didn't I write down Now You See Me?
You're missing the Wednesday trailer.
No, I'm not.
He's not. He wasn't into that.
Is that the TSA one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's cute and everything. But they pulled that gag before, right? Where that was in a Mad Max movie. You just keep pulling weapons out left and right. I couldn't get into that show. Oh, but yeah, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I'm happy. Pretty much everyone's back. I'm annoyed that some aren't.
Which one?
We don't
Ruffalo
know.
doesn't seem to be back.
We don't know that.
Yeah, I'm throwing steam out there. And what's her face, who replaced Isla Fisher? I can never remember her name, and I enjoy the fuck out of her, but I can never ever remember her name. I'm gonna literally have to pull it up.
Isn't it Lizzie?
Lizzie's Kaplan.
Kaplan.
Yeah, I never remember. I don't think there's any reason to get rid of her, but she doesn't seem to be in it. They don't show her in the trailer, at least.
Doesn't seem to be in it.
Doesn't seem. I'd be over the moon if they bring everybody that's been in one of these movies back. Even figure out a way to bring Michael Caine and Daniel Radcliffe back.
I'm sure they'll get a fucking spot.
My heart would swell to the size.
They're on the Daniel Radcliffe is in the cast list for the movie.
Okay.
On the IMDb's.
Yeah. And the villain is someone we were just talking about 2 weeks ago, Rosamund Pike.
Yeah.
Who's 110% in everything she does. I'm here for this one. I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah, they're good fucking movies.
Yeah, they're great pacing. Most of the magic in it is bullshit. Things go a little
it's fun
Mission
bullshit.
Impossible. Yeah, fun bullshit.
Fun bullshit.
Absolutely fun bullshit. So yeah, all about this one. Now, last trailer. What was that? Someone drop one?
It's Vinny, I think.
Okay. The last trailer we have this week, finally. Predator Badlands.
I don't know.
I know.
I don't know.
I know.
It's not what I thought it was gonna be.
What were you hoping for?
I was hoping kind of a continuation on like what they did with Prey.
Well, that's not out the window. There's another one coming.
I know. But like, this wasn't an ask. I mean, Prey wasn't an ask either. But like, they delivered. But after Prey, when you hear there's making a sequel, it's called Badlands, and then this is what you get. It's kind of like.
Well, I'm pretty sure they were very specific to say this is not a sequel. This is just another Predator movie. We'll get to a Prey sequel eventually, but we had another idea we wanted to get out first. I think they don't know where to go with a Prey sequel because they painted themselves into a fucking corner there.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, this is one of those things where this is either going to be good or it's going to be bad. There's going to be no fucking middle.
This is going to be incredible or it's going to be a shitstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the concept being that they're on an alien planet that's extremely hostile.
It's the Predator's homeworld.
Is it the homeworld?
Yes.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, and the humans are the
assault force, essentially.
They're fucking what's his face, David from.
Oh, they're synths.
Yeah.
But is it Wayland Yutani doing
yes.
it? You see, now my dick's getting hard. This is what I want. I want it done right, though.
That's what I'm saying.
AVP.
Right.
Yeah. Because there's that one image of Elle Fanning.
Yeah.
Yeah. She does a little eye roll thing, and everyone's speculating, ooh, is it? Are they? Yeah, it seems to be.
Yeah, no, there's a close-up. You see it in the eye. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, a bunch of synths hunting down predators on their home planet.
Well, that's not necessarily, like... They're not hunting down. The story's about the young predator who, like... He's like the runt of the litter, and he's got to prove himself. is what the synopsis that has been thrown out there.
So in its own way, it's a take on Prey,
Right.
which
It's either going to be good or it's not going to be good.
yeah. No, you're being very kind of it. It's going to be awesome, or it's going to be a fucking disaster.
That.
So they're still world building this? They're like bridging together Alien and Predator?
Well, they've already done that before. They've gone down that road.
Yeah,
But like good.
like a good, like trying to make it good though, not just
Yeah. Hopefully.
shoehorn.
Yeah,
That seems to be the idea. Fucking yawn, Joe.
Disregard the last. Well, I still think Requiem was a fun movie, but it came out of a real disaster.
Yeah.
AVP was not a fun ride. But that's our trailers this week. I've got one review. I think we'll save Andor for Joe and I. We'll talk about it at the end.
Yeah.
But I was hanging out at my ex's house. I was hanging out with Fallon, partaking in some stuff, playing some games, and we were like, "Oh, let's just put a movie on for her." No, we don't do that no more. No, she's all the way playing with the other team. We were on Prime, I believe it is, and stumbled across. You might have seen this title on there. It probably jumped into your face at one point. Trump versus the Illuminati.
What?
Trump versus the Illuminati is a film. I'm sorry, that's too much credit. Is a series of images that you can watch on Prime. Now, in this day and age, if someone was to make a movie called Trump versus the Illuminati, what's the first thing you would think of?
Documentary.
Surprisingly, I'd say both of those would be in my concept too. I would think of it as kind of a mockumentary thing, like a spoof, where they hire someone who does a mediocre Trump impersonation, put him under a bunch of makeup, and put B-quality special effects around them. They don't even do that.
Oh, nice.
What essentially has occurred here is someone took a bunch of CGI elements that I'm guessing are from games that never got produced, use them in kind of like a red versus blue manner where they animate them in the way that they want to be animated, never truly show Trump's face because it's a clone of Trump in like 400 years in the future that's fighting the Illuminati who are aliens. You never actually see him. It's all just dialogue. Imagine if someone took Journey into the Mind's Eye and tried to write a plot behind it while occasionally interspersing images from Halo. And then stretched it out for 90 minutes. We got 15 minutes into this thing, we're like, no, fucking no. So we skipped like 10-minute clips. It never actually becomes a movie. It's basically a podcast with shitty visuals.
I'm glad to know that I will never waste an iota of my time.
Do not. If it pops up on any of your services, point, laugh, put the thumbs down, click the thumbs down thing, and maybe you'll never have to look at the shitty image again.
Click at the last 15 minutes, see how it ends.
We skipped to the end. We skipped all the way through. We like every 10 minutes or so in that, just to see if it ever became a thing. At the end, it's shit. It's just shit. I can't find enough bad, and I don't like running down people for trying to do a thing. They barely did a thing. There's no real fucking plot to it. It's just silliness. If it had been something like 5 minutes in, I'm thinking it's something like Kung Fury, where it's stupid, but it might be up my alley. If they start doing funny dialogue and wordplay and creating some like a few minutes in, they're like, wait, wasn't he the worst president ever? Why the fuck did you clone him? I'm like, all right, this could be funny, and it just never goes anywhere. And they make Trump a serious hero in it. And I don't fucking point.
It's his favorite fucking movie. I guarantee.
Oh, I guarantee.
Guarantee
the
it.
Cinematography. It should have won an Oscar, even though it was never released in a theater. I can do that. I release it in a theater. I own 20. Yeah, horrendous. Don't waste your time. Please, someone give a better review about something else right now.
I watched the latest episode of Doctor Who.
There you go. You can get up now.
Which had a great callback to a earlier episode from a different Doctor's era.
They love doing that. It's kind of the point of the show.
This one added to that story a lot. Like, I don't want to give it away away because I kind of like when they were talking about it, I'm like, no way are they doing this, and then they did it and pulled it off. This is Ncuti Gatwa's highest rated on the IMDb's episode out of his 2 seasons so far.
I do have to bear down and get. I might just binge that once they've dropped them all. I don't know.
It was. They did this thing because one of the characters was deaf, and they're in the year 500,000 or something like that, and they have these things that illuminate, and they talk, and they're saying what they're trying to say to the person, but this wasn't like a monster. This definitely didn't feel like a Monster of the Week episode. Like, you know how you usually get those Doctor Who episodes out with Monster of the Week?
Mm-hmm. Usually that.
This one was, because it added to a previous story, just made it so much better. And now I want to go back and watch that one episode.
Okay, not to give away too much, is it one of the Doctors since the restart, like from X on? Or is it, okay, it's a story, so it's something I will have known.
Yes, Russell T. Davies wrote it.
Okay, so he's referring back to some of his own work.
Yes.
Who better to then?
And yeah, it was so good. And the Mrs. Flood mystery is still going on.
Still stringing that one along. You know that's going to be a season ender, if it's even this season.
It's like she does one thing, and you're like, oh, she could be this character, and then she does something else, and you're like, well, maybe she's not this. I don't think she's the Master.
She's probably an amalgam of characters. If they have something from the Master on her, and they're showing some other shit, she's probably like a Voltron of a bunch of different villains.
Because people were like, oh, she's Susan. I was like, she's not Susan. Like, Susan Ford is still alive. So if Susan pops up, it would be the original actress.
If she pops up, would she suddenly be Susan?
She's been mentioned. They talk about the Doctor's granddaughter in this new Doctor's era.
Yeah, they brought it up in the Beatles episode.
Yeah, so it's it's happened. You know it's going to happen, but it just I like where they're going with this. I feel like Ruby. There was some filler episodes. There definitely was some filler episodes last season.
It felt kind of lean. I don't think any of them. There's some that were kind of crazy. The one where she lived her entire life without him.
That was good.
That was messed up.
Yeah, but it was something we never saw before. It was a good story. But this one, each episode has just been topping each other, and the Belinda, bless you, the new companion, who we just saw in Andor.
Oh yeah, that's right. She pops up again.
Yeah,
I'm sure if that was her.
And yeah.
Okay. Any other reviews before Joe and I?
One, while I was recovering through the weekend, watched Empire Records with James.
Fucking love that movie.
Movie's so fucking good.
That's been a couple decades for me.
Yeah. I forgot how good that movie was.
What did you think of Rex Manning Day?
Oh, he thought he was a fucking cunt.
He's a human being with eyes and ears. Of course he's going to realize that Rex Manning's a fucking asshole. Could never really get into that movie. And I love me an ensemble movie about weird characters. Like, I watched it, and it was fun enough, but it never hooked me.
It's Clerks in a fucking record store.
Maybe that's why. Maybe it just never lived up to Clerks.
I don't know, man. Fucking soundtrack of that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Tight.
Yeah. Dude, Sugar High was my jam.
Sugar High's great. Finished The Bondsman. Highly recommend. They're only like 30-minute episodes. If you like Kevin Bacon at all, watch it.
He's the world's greatest hero. How many episodes were there?
8.
Okay, that's tight. 4 hours worth of show.
Yeah. It's easy to get through. Fun concept. Nice world building.
Actually, there's something about world building that you brought up in a previous show, and I finally understand it because I watched more of Devil May Cry.
That's my next one. I finished Devil May Cry.
Okay, because are we getting a Capcom universe?
I told you.
Holy shit!
So they don't just drop some dimes; they are pulling stuff in.
You watched more. I'm at the halfway point, so.
I mean, they do confirm that Raccoon City is a place in this world where Dante has been for a thing. There is nods to a bunch of other things. I'm happy with it. It ends. It is such a fuck you ending.
Really?
Uh-huh. You're like, oh, well, I'm glad they released that they're making season 2 prior to this season ending. Because otherwise, I was going to be pissed.
That's a fucking cliffhanger?
Oh, yeah, dude. The last 3 minutes of the fucking show is just like, I know you really enjoyed everything. We're sorry.
Does what's his name show up from the fourth game?
The end of this show, the end of this fucking season, you're like, wow. I never thought I'd say this, but fuck Kevin Conroy, man.
Oh,
He's a real bastard in this. Huh?
He's a
He's
real
a
piece of
fuck.
shit. Real piece of shit, Mike.
I've heard a few people talking about they've never heard him play a character like this before.
No.
Like 4 in, and I just know he's a slippery shit. Yeah.
Joe, it gets so much worse.
Does Nero show up?
No.
Okay. He was the one with the devil's claw?
Not yet.
Okay.
Does Virgil show up right away?
I can't ruin anything for you.
Okay. Looks like the trailer dropped that one.
Kinda.
No, it totally did.
No. It might have, but it might not have.
All right.
So those are the shows. I watched the horror movie Talk to Me.
The one with the hand that you talk to the dead?
Yeah.
Is it everything they're saying?
So, you know how I feel about art housey horror movies?
This is another It Follows, huh?
Not sure the fuck is.
Okay.
So I would like for the internet to stop being a bunch of cunts. Just because it's trying to be smart about horror doesn't make it a good horror movie. Quite the fucking contrary. It makes it a shitty horror movie. When you have a cool supernatural element that is just an allegory for drug use, I fucking hate you.
Well, most of these horror movies are allegories for something.
I know, but like at least it's in an entertaining way. This is legit the story of a fucking junkie. And it's Australian.
That could be entertaining.
It's not. Because it makes it totally predictable. That's the fucking problem.
That's the ultimate sin for any horror movie, predictability.
Like, from the word go, you're like, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is how it's going to end. And then you watch it play out in a fairly unentertaining way because you already called it 20 minutes into the fucking movie.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't really into Click that much. Oh, he's asleep. I know he's asleep.
So, like, it's not great. Watch it if you want to. Form your own opinion about it. But I don't... It's another Babadook. It's another It Follows. It's
What's it on?
Netflix.
Okay. Not much possibility for me there.
Yeah. The other movie I watched was on Prime. We watched G20 yesterday. fucking excellent. Like, one of the better action movies I've seen in a while. The only thing is, I feel bad for Anthony Starr because he only plays bad guys.
He seems like a powerless version of Homelander in the trailer.
Pretty much.
That sucks. You gotta watch Cobwebs.
He's fucking good at it.
Oh, he's a master.
Oh, we watched Cobwebs.
Yeah. I mean, he was kind of... Him and Lizzie Kaplan were kind of... by the end of it, though, not very villainy.
Mm-mm.
Definitely not a Homelander. Not the same energy there.
No. But this is fucking good. Coulson's in it.
Oh.
Yeah. There's one guy in it that's in a bunch of things, but I never remember his fucking name.
Oh, that guy.
But that guy, Anthony Anderson's in it.
And, yeah, I'm looking at the Viola Davis, Anthony Anderson.
Goose? Oh, Anthony Anderson.
Anderson.
And Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. The dude who played Shia's roommate in Transformers 2 is in it.
Left cranked out, though?
He's so good in it.
Okay. He was
He's
really good in Iron Fist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He plays a more sedate character.
He's so good in this. Like, everybody does a really good job. That's what I was saying, like, Prime movies, they, like, fly in under the radar, man. Don't expect much from them, but they fucking deliver.
Except for Future War.
That's Chris Pratt's problem. That's that overpraturation of the market.
Yeah, it can be overpraterated.
But, those are my reviews.
Okay.
I watched shit. I've been playing Oblivion Remastered.
I've been waiting to buy it, and everybody's been talking about it.
Well, you're on the outside then, aren't you?
I want to beat Skyrim. I've never beaten the story mode of Skyrim. I just want to beat Alduin, and then I'll get Oblivion. But what are you playing it on?
Xbox.
So do you agree that it is basically an entire new game?
Kinda. I just like those kind of games, so I'm all in. Also, I will say I'm playing it on Master difficulty.
Ooh.
Is that the highest?
Yeah. Dude, like a basic rat. I had a hard time getting out of the first dungeon. Rats were fucking me up. You gotta be like really good.
Do you crank all your games when you first get them?
Yeah.
Couldn't play like that. I start medium, build my way
Yeah,
up.
me too. Did you see somebody went outside the game and went to the one part and saw Skyrim, and then I guess Hammerfell, where Elder Scrolls 6 supposedly is taking place?
They have the models for all those in the game?
Yeah, it's still all Tamriel. So they went to the guy went to the highest point and was looking out at Skyrim, and then he looked to the left and you saw Hammerfell, which is the other region, and that's supposedly where 6 is supposed to be. And then if it's the same game engine, rumor is that part of it is 6.
From what I heard about this, it's using both the Unreal 5 engine and the Creation engine at the same time.
More Unreal than Creation.
I've heard for graphics it's Unreal, but for gameplay it's Creation.
Because the original Oblivion was on Gamebryo.
It had its own engine?
It was a different engine than Skyrim. Skyrim was on Creation.
Okay.
But the everything I've seen about Oblivion, it looks fucking beautiful.
You look fucking beautiful.
No, it was one of the week from what I hear.
It is nice. It's fun. I googled like a secret to go kill someone that's got really nice armor and a weapon, in a dungeon, and like you lure him back to Imperial City, and like the guards fuck him up for you.
Have you joined any of the guilds? Because I played Oblivion for like a minute. What's
I
that?
don't sign up.
You know?
Fucking Ronin, dog.
He's a lone
But I
wolf,
heard the
bro.
Thieves Guild in Oblivion is like far superior than Skyrim.
Very parsable of it.
Well, right away.
Joe, that's fucking Monatu Taco Owaki that you're fucking talking about. Put some respect on that lone wolf's name.
Oh, I named this character Skywalker, and my class is Jedi.
What race are you?
Breton.
I tried playing as a Breton. One of my playthroughs.
I always play humans. I can't play as a fucking cat or a goddamn lizard.
Yeah, I tried playing as a. Oh my god,
I would
the
totally-
cat people.
I would totally play as a cat lady.
I was bit by a gecko as a kid.
They're good.
Your
Well,
night vision.
It was goddamn
fucks with
gecko.
me. I'm playing as a Khajiit. I haven't played it as an Argonian.
oh, these are fucking delicious.
No, you strike me as a high elf, Joe, or a wood ranger.
Finn, you couldn't have been any more perfect on
Yeah,
that.
unreal.
I'm a wood elf.
Yeah, smart, because if you play on Master, like, I'm just slinging arrows. That's all I'm doing. Cause
That's all I do.
Very close to someone, they fuck me up. Like, one or two strikes from, like, a basic demon dude, I'm dead. Even with armor and shit. Fucks me up.
Dude, power to you for playing on Master. Like, that shit's no joke.
No, I'm kind of a badass. It's whatever.
Do you flog yourself with a cat of nine tails every time you die?
No, I save the game every time I actually kill someone. It takes me half an hour.
Manual saves every 2 minutes.
Yeah, I learned my fucking lesson, dude. I kill two guys, the third guy comes, fucking one-shots me. Like, God fucking damn it.
You don't just revive, you have to start back from a save point?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
But, like, every time you go through a door, it auto-saves. Every time, like, you know, whatever, it auto-saves all the time, so it's not that bad. But, like, you get in the thick of certain things, you're like, all right, let me quick save real quick, because...
Yeah, you go through a dungeon or something like that, or a cave, and you're going and you're just cruising through, and then something fucking kills you, and you gotta start all over again.
You fucking fall off the goddamn ledge, and you just die.
Yeah.
I wonder how you would react to, like, Elden Ring or Demon Souls.
I bought Elden Ring when it first came out, and I couldn't get past it.
Do it.
And I
It was so
deleted it.
frustrating.
I wasted $60. I was like, this game's fucking dumb.
I'll go back to that game, like, every couple months, level my guy up again, and then try to fight a dragon. Like, nope, not ready.
My one buddy goes, all you have to do is evasion roll, and they swing at you, and I would die. I'm like, I text him, like, so you're wrong. And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, hey, I keep dying. Explain it. Oh, you're not doing it right. The button evasion roll is the same on my controller as the same as yours. Explain to me the mechanism as to what I'm doing wrong. Oh, I'd have to see it. You don't.
Dude, he's totally wrong.
You're wrong.
Yeah, because, like, okay, if you need to roll, you roll, but that's no way to play that game. You gotta parry. Parrying is the fucking point of that game.
Not dying was what I was going for. And I just die. And if that's the case, I delete it. I'll eat the money.
It is extremely frustrating.
Hey, you know what I've been playing a lot of, Vin?
What?
Gunstar Heroes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I'm down with the retro games.
Hmm.
What are you playing it on?
Sega.
Oh, you have your Sega?
Mike hooked me up with a Sega Mini.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, you got a Sega Mini?
I fucking do, yeah.
It was a hand me over.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool, dude. I almost pulled the trigger on him, and then it just went, the price skyrocketed.
It is
fucking great
literally,
games on
it has stopped me from playing anything new. Because all I want to do is retro game now. And I've run down here, and I'm like, oh, what am I gonna play? Oh, some Sonic? Yeah, fucking remember all this. Yeah, give me the nostalgia.
When you put in a keyboard for any board,
For what?
Sonic,
No.
you
The
can
Konami code works on there.
On Contra?
It works on Sonic. The up, down, down, left, right. I think it's up, down, left, right, A, B start.
There was a skip any level. There was the level select on Sonic 2 was...
I don't like the fucking cheat, guys.
What was the blood code in Mortal Kombat?
A, B,
Blood
A, B,
code?
A, B, A, B, A, B, B.
A, B, C, hold select?
No.
I thought it was just on. You had to turn it on Genesis?
Mhm.
No,
There's
the
a-
first
there's a
one,
fucking
it was
code.
like A, B, A, B, A, B, C, hold select, press start, some shit like that.
So I remember SNES didn't have it at all.
No, you had the spit.
Yeah, Nintendo wasn't having that shit. All I'm playing lately is puzzling places. Building puzzles in VR is so fucking meditative.
I
Yeah.
upgraded my controller. I finally got a new Xbox controller for the computer.
The other game I've been playing. Has anybody played games on Netflix?
No. I've
Let me tell
seen
you.
them pop up though.
There's this card-based game where you are like tasked being a ruler of a kingdom, and all it is just like a card pops up and it's like, oh, the fucking slaves to the east are hungry. Are you A, doing this, or B, doing this? And you just make decisions, and like 3 decisions in, poor decisions, you're like, oh, well, the church murdered you because you were a fucking zealot. I was like, oh, this game was fucking incredible.
So it's Oregon Trail set in the Dark Ages.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It reminds me of Evander Holyfield's boxing game in Sega. Like, you'd be like 18 and now, and then they would just be like, oh, it's just not your time, man. You're just not that good. Like, what the fuck do you mean, dude? How do I get better?
Street Fighter 2's on this thing. Kid Chameleon.
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage is on there.
Dude, Streets of Rage was fucking...
Golden Axe is on there, right?
Oh yeah, it is. I'm playing a lot of that.
Oh, fucking Golden Axe. If I
That's
wasn't
like,
so obsessed with modern gaming, I might have held on to it for a hot minute, but I knew you could use it more.
it's nice to just, because I come down here for Tuesdays and she'll go to bed, but way before we're even done. So my night turns into, I game for about an hour, hour and a half, and then I watch like 2 hours of anime. I write D&D shit, and then it's like 2 a.m. I'm like, I should probably go to sleep. And then I sleep for like 4.5 hours.
That sounds about right for me, too.
Fucking, let me tell you. So I sat down to write the next campaign for Wrestling D&D. And there's so many ways things can snake out right now. Especially with Rex.
Yeah, I started her T-shirt today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I have her in a situation coming up
Situation.
that if you choose the one way, it'll be fun. Either way is gonna be fun, no matter what. And then I set Kyle up for something. Keith potentially can get a push out of the tournament.
I like the choose your own adventure angle.
Well,
Last review. Only 2 out of the 4 of us have taken the time to do Andor.
I didn't even know it was out. Otherwise, I would have watched it. I put on Mad Max 2.
Did you watch the first season of Andor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dude, that was a masterclass of fucking acting.
Yeah, I'm super happy with it overall because it proves that Star Wars doesn't have to be just one thing. Like, even Rogue One was a lot closer to classic Star Wars, but it felt like, no, this is definitely its own animal that butts up against everything that happened right before A New Hope. This is more of that. While this feels weird, this doesn't quite feel like Star Wars, but I like it. They've completely gone down that road. This is fucking a spy thriller.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
This is
the showrunner for this one?
Tony Gilroy?
Yeah, still Gilroy, yeah.
Yeah.
How many other projects does he do? Because we keep giving him shit to do.
Rogue One?
Yeah, I'm saying, like, the other shit. He could have taken Acolyte and took a jump on that and made it better.
Man, someone like that involved in Acolyte would have plussed it in so many ways.
It would have fucking definitely helped it.
Oh boy. This is the Star Wars that doesn't talk down to you.
Yeah.
Great.
It expects you to be smart, which I'll admit isn't a strong point of Star Wars overall. It's been written for kids. They've flat out said it.
Not this one.
Is not meant for children.
Good.
There's a near sexual assault in it.
Mm-hmm.
I heard there is a rape.
No.
No. Not
Attempted. She
Yes.
uses the word. She says the word.
Gotcha.
He tried to.
Yes.
But like you've never seen anything like that in a Star Wars thing. The thing that my favorite interaction in this whole season, the whole thing's been really good. It wasn't even a scene with Andor. In the first season, Mon Mothma needed to get control of her money.
Mm-hmm.
Needed to get her money into the rebels' hands without it looking like she did. So she had to make some deals with people she didn't like. She had to use a friend to get to a bad guy. And because she did that, she had to sacrifice something. Now, a year later, the friend that she used to help out is in dire straits.
Yeah.
And he keeps hinting that, like, the rebellion is kind of fucking me over here. And I gotta cover myself somehow. That whole back and forth was pretty great. But there's a conversation between Mon Mothma and Stellan Skarsgård's
Lupin.
character.
Yeah.
The number. What's the number?
Lupin. Fucking, that is the best scene out of the 3 episodes.
They have a conversation that if you're not paying attention, you don't understand the situation, you're lost, but it's not really hard to understand. They go back and forth on what the point of this is, what do we need to get done, without saying it so obviously and broadly.
Mm-hmm.
The quick back and forth they have, not even quick, but the very concise back and forth they have doesn't give away any details in case someone's overhearing, but it tells each other everything you need to know without saying. It's almost like a John Wick conversation.
The whole, anytime you saw her on screen, you see him in the background watching her.
He's hawking her the entire, because they're at a wedding.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you think we sniff Vader for all 3 seconds at all?
No.
Gilroy has said Vader is one of the hardest characters to write, and he said he will not appear.
There's no reason for him to appear in this.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about
When they were making Rogue One, they wanted Vader to be in there more. But one of the things was, like, when he comes up, he sucks all the air out of the room. He's the only thing anybody wants to look at. That's why they only used him in 2 scenes in that whole movie.
It was perfect.
Yeah, it's all you needed. What scene were you thinking about, Joe?
the mother getting fucking put in her place?
Holy shit. Like, there's a character in this show, Justin, that is borderline Umbridge.
Mm.
Oh
Yeah.
my
But she
god.
does it with a smart, like, not like a snarky, like, actually, in so many ways, she's Dolores Umbridge. Just whatever little power she has, she's lording it over but she's only lording it over one person, her son.
Mhm.
And it makes you want to fucking wring her scrawny little overtanned neck. But in the second episode of this second season, and I can't stand either of those characters.
Oh no, neither can I. But when she smiled, though, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, there's the guy who looks like a fucking human. He looks like Pinocchio grown up, and there's a woman who looks like angry Gillian Anderson. But when she smiles, she is pretty. When she's got that, like, what's her name? The thing I always say about what's her name, who plays Okoye.
What, resting bitch face?
No, not like when she's angry. She's the scariest person I've ever seen.
Oh yes.
But when she's happy, it just fills my heart with like what I can't remember her name now from The Walking Dead. Denai Guerrero.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. When she smiles, she's got a beautiful, effervescent energy. When she's mad, I literally want to fucking run for the hills. Yeah.
Yo, she's got a fucking aura about her, man.
Yeah. She's like, look at her. She's fucking bold. She's ripped. She's fucking physically excellent. She can take you down with a fucking pinky. That's kind of the way this lady in Andor is. Like, but she's not as physical. She's cerebral. And she's playing the angles. And there's something that happens between her and another character in the first season. You're like, I wonder if these two are going to be a thing, or they're just going to like team up, and then they're a thing.
They were so awkward. They're so awkward.
I was kind of happy when I saw that they went domestic. I'm like, oh, they found each other. I hope they die, but that's good that they found each other.
This one was for BBY, so I guess.
And that structure, it starts off with the letters for BBY, so you know these 3 episodes, 4 years before Yavin. The ones that are dropping tonight, 3 years before Yavin.
3 1-hour episodes, by the way.
Dude, the end of episode 2 where you see where all of that shit was going down, that was a are you fucking kidding me moment.
I went nuts when they did that reveal. I'm like,
when he takes off from that planet. You're fucking kidding me. That's where we're getting this from.
It's like
fucking show. It is some of the best Star Wars ever done.
The set design and the cinematography and whoever designed the costumes.
Yeah, they spend a ton of time on Chandrila.
Oh my
Chandrila, Mon Mothma's planet. It's only been hinted at before. And some where they're walking up those steps. That was some beautiful shit. Like that, in just that little sequence, you got to learn so much about this fake world's customs and stuff. Fucking so worth it. I mean, I can understand why, because it's the first season. The first half is it's bleak, and then the second half is even more bleak.
We like where this show is going, it's not gonna end. There's no happy ending.
No, it's not about a happy-go-lucky story, but it's about hope. It's still Star Wars. It's still about hope.
That's it.
Totally fucking can't wait to watch. I don't want to see it end, but I can't wait to watch it.
I know. I just see 3 57-minute episodes.
Yeah. They're bulky. But, I mean, it's only about 40 minutes.
Right.
The back end is commercials, and they tack a thing on the front. That's a recap. So, yeah.
I gotta go to bed, fellas.
Good night, buddy.
Good night.
The Andor update.
Sleep well.
I'll text you guys
Later.
later.
It's a good transition point. Let's get into some news. Free Comic Book Day is this weekend.
Oh, is it?
And yes, it is. First Saturday in May. They really didn't push this out there that much. But there's a heaping helping of stuff coming out. Marvel's putting out 3 books? 4. Maybe even 5. A Fantastic Four / X-Men #1, which showing where both corners of the Marvel Universe are at this point. An Ironheart / Marvel Voices #1. Iron Man and his friends, and Spidey and his friends, more child-friendly one. Spider-Man / Ultimate Universe #1, which touches on 616 Peter Parker and 6160 Peter Parker, and I believe a bit with Miles is in there. And Star Wars #1, a sample of Marvel Comics' Star Wars line. Now, DC has Superman's Good Guy Gang Special Edition, as well as is that it? No, there's one Superman-focused one that's in current continuity, but also a bit more in line, setting up the movie. Like not a bridge, but kind of a taste of both worlds. And of course, everybody else is putting out stuff. I'm not going to go through everything, but Archie's Comic Spectacular, a Conan one, a Dr. Seuss one, Energon Universe Special, which is G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Void Rivals. Minecraft and Beyblade have one together. Power Rangers and VR Troopers have one together.
Oh shit, what?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
The 10-year-old in me just went crazy.
Will Eisner, a comics biography. They did that with Jack Kirby last year.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Transformers, the worst plot ever. Star Wars Young Jedi / Avatar. I'm pretty sure it's The Last Airbender, but it could be Blue Space Cats. Not sure.
Interesting.
Critical Role. The DC All-In / Absolute Universe. That's the one that's going to be DC's flagship, and I'll probably snag that because I haven't actually read anything from the Absolute Universe. Best of 2000 AD. There's a Black Mirror one that's going to be a mature title. I'm going to have to snag that. Diablo. Gargoyles. Demona, number 0. Godzilla New Heroes, IDW. I Hate Fairy Tales. Just a plethora. It's going to be a good year to go pick up comics for free. Check for your local comic shop. I almost guarantee you they'll have a stack. Most places let you pick 5. Some, if you're paying for more. If you're paying for stuff, they'll let you take a little more. And if you've been going there for years, people will just let you take a fucking pile. Me. See you there on Saturday. There's a bit of Gargoyles was mentioned in the free comic book day. That's why I'm going to transition directly into the fact that Marvel's putting out a Gargoyles Fantastic Four crossover.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me find the specificals on this one. Okay. Where was the name? We had a writer name in here, damn it. Gargoyles creator Greg Weisman is writing it.
Yeah.
Art will be provided by George Kamadias and letterer Jeff Eckelberry. The story involves the Gargoyles family visiting the Baxter Building to meet and interact with the Fantastic Four. So it's not going to be a versus thing. It's going to be a team up instantly.
Yes,
Good.
please.
Even though it would be fun to see them fight each other, their power sets don't really, like, as much as I love the Gargoyles, the Fantastic Four would kick the shit out of them. It's not much of a fight.
Yeah. I guess.
I mean, Sue alone could handle most of them. Who's going to fight Ben?
Goliath.
Goliath could, but he wouldn't hold his own.
I'm sure. Yeah, he would. They're supernaturally strong. They're far stronger than humans.
But, like, Ben can lift in the dozens of tons.
I mean,
I don't quite think they're there.
I think they're there.
I would see them as Spider-Man strong, sure.
Johnny would be the most problematic for them, I think.
I mean, they'd all be really... I think Reed would be the least problematic physically.
Reed's kind of always the least problematic physically.
Yeah. But he can still hold his own. That's why I'm saying it's good that they're not fighting each other. They'll have to go up against Cold Steel, our gargoyle known as Yuri Topolov. I don't remember that one. And Annihilus.
Ooh, Annihilus and Cold Steel, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a tale of clan and family, says Weisman. So, yeah. Special will also feature covers by Lucio Carrillo, Amanda Connor, and Mark Bagley. So I'm pretty sure I know which one I'll be getting.
Bagley, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to seeing his version of the Gargoyles.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen a Fantastic Four from him in quite some time, so this should be all around pretty great. More comic stuff. We've had Wolverine fight a Yachwa. We've had Black Panther and the Dora Milaje fight some Yachwa. And Spider-Man is currently fighting a serial killer Yachwa. This is all going to culminate in Predator Kills the Marvel Universe, where all the little threads from these stories will come together when the Predator King comes to Earth with vibranium technology. And it's not just hunting season on a town, a city, a jungle. The whole fucking planet is open game.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. Because this is set in an alternate universe, this is not 616. Characters you care about will die.
Yeah.
It has been flat out said. So,
only Frank Castle survives.
probably going to be Punisher kills all the Predators.
Yeah.
Or Deadpool kills the entire Predator planet.
There you go.
Deadpool and Punisher.
Bill Hader will co-write a series centered on the Jamestown tragedy.
Oof.
Yeah. He's getting very serious these days. Still in a scripting phase, though, so I'm not quite sure where it's coming out. My last story is probably the biggest story in Hollywood right now, the Ryan Coogler deal. You heard about what he did?
No.
How he basically manhandled Warner Brothers with Sinners. Like, he's made 2 really big movies in a row for Disney.
Uh-huh.
2 Black Panther movies that each broke $1 billion.
If we're looking at his fucking list, he hasn't failed.
Yeah, he's been home run hitting his entire career.
Yeah.
Fruitvale Station, I didn't hear about it until it was well established.
Fruitvale's
It
a
is
great fucking movie.
well established.
Yeah.
Creed
Creed.
was fucking phenomenal.
You do a Rocky movie that might be the second best Rocky movie ever,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and that contends with the original. If it wasn't for the original, it wouldn't exist, sure, but it's fucking
And you
beauty.
launched your own trilogy out of that fucking thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get tapped by Marvel to do Black Panther, knock that out of the fucking park. Then, when you're trying to make your second Black Panther movie, you lose your lead and still pull together a great fucking film.
Yeah.
That's skill. Ryan Coogler struck up a new deal at Warner Brothers. According to senior executives at rival studios, the Sinners deal sets a very dangerous precedent. It could be the end of the studio system, says one exec.
So what's the... I've seen this pop up, but I'm just like... I don't click on it because I'm like... Leave fucking Ryan Coogler alone.
Yeah, a lot of the Hollywood press has been underplaying the success of him creating a new IP and getting $90 million in his opening weekend, covering expenses, and doing great in the weeks to follow.
I heard the movie's fucking incredible.
Yeah, I'm hearing strong stuff about it. I'm going to see Thunderbolts in 2 days, but I might go see that a little later. It's going to stick around in theaters.
We were supposed to go Friday morning. Things have switched a little bit, but we're going Monday morning. So I will also have watched it by the time we record next week.
Sweet. I'm a little...
talking about?
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts? Oh, yeah, I'm on track this weekend.
I'm annoyed with myself when it comes to Sinners that I waited long enough to watch it, that the plot, not the plot got ruined, but what the horror is got ruined. They were very good at keeping it just vague. Now I know what the monster of it is. But I don't know what the plot is.
You know who really wants to fucking watch this movie? James.
Interesting.
He, I think Michael B. has slowly become like a top tier actor for him.
Well, we might need to make Rocky the next series he watches.
Yeah,
He's got to get to Creed.
I know.
Yeah.
My problem is I only like Rocky 1.
You like 2?
Not really.
Two's a great follow-up.
3
is ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't.
4 is even more ridiculous, but I
So
love it.
it's
the first Rocky I saw in the
it's
theater.
the Batman of it all for me. Where like the first one's usually pretty good, and then the second one's okay, and then it starts falling flat on its face, and then I'm disenfranchised by it, and then they come back with a reboot of it, and I was like,
6 was good.
Rocky Balboa was good.
Rocky Balboa was great.
Yeah.
It's probably under Creed in quality.
Yes.
I really do feel like that series did first one, second one, third one, fourth one, and I'm gonna
Yeah. We don't talk about that one.
Yeah. And then Balboa came out and reset the stage in a strong way. Anyway, the Coogler deal. His first non-negotiable. He would retain final cut, the editing decision maker who cannot get vetoed. That's when you gotta have
final cut is something you have to do as a director.
I mean, that's something a lot of directors get when they've reached the position he's at.
Yeah.
This second one is fucking balls. Commands first dollar gross a percentage of box office revenues starting from the movie's first day in theaters, as opposed to no money until the studio recoups its investment.
Wow.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one may not seem as big, but it is. 25 years after release, ownership of Sinners would revert to Coogler.
That's
This being the most controversial of his terms. Historically, most of the films the studio finances, it owns the rights to indefinitely.
that's a good fucking deal on him.
Oh my god. So, yeah, because that's what fucked Kevin Smith with Dogma
Yeah.
for the longest time. And
he got lucky with shit like Clerks. Actually, not even. He only owns the rights to
Jay and Bob.
Silent Bob.
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah. He has to go through other people. I think he had to go through the Weinsteins
Yeah, to get
to
Dogma.
get Clerks done. And they definitely own Dogma. Yeah, I heard that story where they were fucking jerking him around for years to try and buy the rights back. Fuck the Weinsteins.
So, Sinners made 168 right now.
Yeah. And the rationale behind his sticking points here is it's parallel to the movie itself. Because it's characters, what I know about the movie is characters in the movie buy basically a gin joint. They make a club, but like they're black people in the 20s who are trying to do something for themselves or trying to own a piece of something.
Yeah.
So this is him parallel to that, trying to make sure he owns a piece of the thing he's making that he fucking created. Sure, they have to finance it. They get the money to finance it. They help him out, sure, but it's his thing.
This is only with Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way Marvel.
No, they won't do it.
Like, he's gonna come back for the third Panther, and it's not just work for hire. Obviously, he likes making this stuff, but after that, I think he's back to the time.
Well, I think he's got some kind of producerial on the Eyes of Wakanda series.
He's
Right?
directing it.
Oh, well then.
He's listed as director
For Eyes of Wakanda, that's
for Eyes of Wakanda. The movie he's working on for Warner Brothers is called Wrong Answer, starring the Michael B. Jordan. A math teacher in Atlanta is scandalized when he looks to get funding for his school after altering his students' test scores. So major drama.
okay.
The combination with them is phenomenal. It's so sad that Chadwick is no longer with us because the three of them
Yeah.
would have been out of this fucking world.
But yeah, that is the story that's shaking the foundations of Hollywood, and good.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, good for him, man.
That's what I'm saying. Fucking good for him.
Fuck, I'm tired of the rich people always being like, oh, well, poor us. No, fuck you. You've had how many years as a fucking film studio, bro? You can start cutting directors' fucking breaks. Eat a dick.
Yeah.
You cut how many fucking projects to save money?
Hmm?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
We're
this-
at the point now where the viewers realize that it's the creators making fun shit, making interesting stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't placate the creators, you don't help them out, you're just going to have the same regurgitated shit. People are not going to go for AI. Don't kid yourselves.
No,
it's
they're not.
going to work. That's all the stories I have. Handing off.
Okay, I got a bunch of shit. A woman is suing Walt Disney World for, quote, getting smacked by a large wave in the Typhoon Lagoon wave pool.
I'm lean back.
Yes.
Lean back. When I lean forward, the world's going to be a better place. The story. Hey, I lean forward again. The story still exists?
Sure does.
Fuck people. Like, did you get injured? Is that the thing?
I mean, to be fair, there is postings with warnings all over these parks telling you, hey, this thing you're about to do is the following. If you have any of this said problems, don't do the thing.
Yeah.
You're in a wave pool.
Yeah.
New York,
You can't handle waves.
New York
Don't get
mom
into
suing Disney for $2 million after she was injured at Disney's Typhoon Lagoon in April 2022. Kimberly Panetta was violently struck by a sudden and forceful wave while in Typhoon Lagoon surf pool during an April 2022 visit. Panetta claims that the mammoth wave drug herself and her 3-year-old daughter underwater for several feet. According to court documents, the wave hit her from the side with such force it pummeled her and her body skidded across the cement or granite, causing serious road rash or scrapes that were severe and deep. Both Panetta and her husband Frank, a lawyer, said their young daughter could have been seriously injured if not for her quick thinking to push her above the water. In the legal filing, Panetta details her experience, stating that the trip was ruined and that she was stuck limping around applying bandages, salves, and creams, was forced to avoid swimming and enjoying planned visits to the parks due to cuts and scrapes on her legs. Disney offered nothing but a measly $250 credit after the incident, which I think is more than fucking fair.
Oh, yeah. Like, first
They
of
did
all,
nothing wrong.
yeah, because you're in the wave pool. You chose to get in the wave pool. You know there are waves in the wave pool.
It is also it is stated that they have the biggest waves in an artificial wave pool
Yes.
in the fucking world.
Yeah. Also, the part I'm questioning on this one too. You put your 3-year-old in that wave pool. That wave pool is no joke. That's a
Yeah. It tells you. They teach surfing in that wave pool before the park opens.
That's like that wave pool is like, well, for us now, you know, I remember like going there as a kid, being like, this is fun because I was older, but 3 years old, I wasn't going anywhere near that wave pool.
And if you're bringing your 3-year-old in it, don't go more than fucking waist deep, just like the ocean.
No. Yeah. Because the further you get, the bigger the waves are going to be.
What are you going to sue the township of that the fucking beach is in that you go and you got pummeled by a wave, you asshole?
What the fuck, dude? $250 from Disney? Way more than enough.
If I was running Disney and she complained to me, I'd be like, did you look at that sign? Did you look at that sign? Did you look at that sign? That sign, that sign, that sign, that sign. The plethora of signs that are in the front of the fucking park when you walk in. Oh no, you didn't pay attention, you were on your phone? Well, whose fucking fault is that? Now get out of my face.
I'm so looking forward to like, just because you mentioned Typhoon Lagoon, I'm so looking forward to going to Typhoon Lagoon in June because I haven't been there since I was a kid.
Same.
It's going to be great.
So yeah, there's that. The title for the sequel to Ready or Not has been dropped. It's Ready or Not, Here I Come.
I was going to say, is it called Here I Come?
Ooh, the third one must be You Can't Hide.
Revenge of the Sith had a re-release over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mike, you sound perturbed.
I mean, I'm on the fence about this one. Like, I can understand why people who have kids who were young then would take their kids to go see it on the big screen. I can kind of understand that. That's a personal sigh from me. I don't get going to the theater to watch this movie again when you probably own it. You probably got a really big fucking screen at home, probably got a really good sound system. Like, I don't get putting more money into this movie for anybody.
$25.2 million weekend.
That is why I don't fucking get it.
I also don't fucking get it.
Yeah, if I'm going to watch Revenge of the Sith, I'm going to put it on the Plus. I'm going to watch it in Dolby Atmos in 4K with my own popcorn and my own soda and my own snacks.
That's like I said, the only reason I can think about it because Star Wars is a familial thing. It's something passed on from generations. And kids who were 10 back then, 20 years ago, kids who were 5 are starting to have their own kids. And there you go.
I fucking guess, man.
I guess, but like, I don't get it.
Dude, they had a premiere. They had a Hollywood premiere.
Yeah. No,
It was pretty sweet seeing Hayden Christensen and Sam Jackson come out and do a little cute duel and talk to the fans. Like, those moments are nice. But, like, a nationwide re-release, that kind of bugs me. Not too much. That's why I'm not up in arms about it. It's a head shaker.
Yeah. So, there's been a lot of issues with Amazon the last 48 hours. So Amazon yesterday was like, guess what? Prime Day's coming. But there's a lot of fucking sellers who are not going to be selling shit. So, like, don't expect a lot of discounts on crap. Then, they were like, we're also going to start listing what the actual price of the item is with a tariff price next to it so people know what they're getting into. Then the White House...
That's an assault. That's a political assault.
Then the White House responded with, that's a political assault. And Trump said he made a phone call to Bezos, who then kneeled before the Tangerine Palpatine and said, no, we never said we were going to do it. There's other sites that are doing it, that are posting the tariff price of things next to what the actual retail price should be. And I think they should. People should know. Obviously, you're going to tell the difference that you're paying $20 fucking more on something. To be fucking honest. Be like, here's what it should cost. This is what you're paying now because guess what?
They have to list what the tax is on it, what your
Right.
sales tax is. Why shouldn't you list what the tariff is?
Right. Let's not lie to people about this shit.
I think it always should have been there. What
Sure.
the price would have been, what they intended to sell it at, and then what the price became because a tariff was levied. Why not show every level of this?
Articles of impeachment have been brought up against the orange one. They are as follows. Obstruction of justice and abuse of executive power for denying due process, violating immigration law, and defying court orders. Usurpation of Congress's appropriations power by impounding federal funds. Abuse of trade authority and international aggression for imposing tariffs without statutory authorization and threatening military action against sovereign nations. First Amendment violations through retaliatory actions against critics, the media, and attorneys. Creation of an unlawful office by establishing Doge. Bribery and corruption for dismissing criminal cases, soliciting foreign emoluments, and extracting extortionate settlements for personal or political gain. And tyrannical overreach in seeking to consolidate unchecked power, erode civil liberties, and ignore constitutional limits on presidential authority.
Well, that covers most of them.
That is a laundry list if I've ever fucking heard one. So we'll see what happens with that. Before I get to the food news, I stumbled across a little listy that I want your guys' opinions on. These are the, quote, 17 untouchable films that should never get remade.
Okay.
First on the list is Satantago.
Not familiar.
Apparently it's a Hungarian. It's a Hungarian film that's like 7.5 hours long.
Sutton Tago?
Now, are they saying it should never be remade because there's not enough film to remake it?
Yeah, I don't really know. I'm not getting into the full details on that one. Number 16 is Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, I totally agree, but
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense to remake that movie.
No.
Still trying to find Sutton Dago.
A bunch of schwas.
Yeah, I think that's why it's not coming up.
Yeah.
Not worth my time. Yeah, I mean, Apocalypse Now would make no sense to
Yeah.
remake.
No, Vietnam was...
Yeah.
a long
Unless you
time
were
ago.
to take the structure of that and try to apply it to, like, somebody from the Middle East. Like, let's say you take that and transpose it onto the search for Bin Laden, maybe.
Yeah.
But even that's like a stretch because it's not that same. It's not analogous.
Yeah.
You're looking for a fallen U.S. military genius as opposed to a terroristic douchebag.
Yeah.
So yeah, no fucking reason. I don't think it's the greatest movie ever, but it's fine. It works in its own.
Number 15 on the list is Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, back off.
Nope.
A virtually perfect film. You don't need to touch it.
Number 14 is Akira Kurosawa's Ran, which was his interpretation of King Lear.
Ooh, that's interesting. I mean, anything Kurosawa did, obviously, doesn't need to be fucked with.
Then you got Jaws.
Jaws has been remade, and it's just terrible every time.
Well, not sequelized, like to try to attempt to actually remake.
Yeah, but like loose remakes. Have
Yeah, but that doesn't count. It's like a full remake. They're talking.
Yeah, no. What made that movie work? Spielberg did the Hitchcock thing. What's scarier in your mind is scarier what you see on film.
I still say I would like to see someone try to tighten up the shark a little bit in some of those scenes, like where it's out of the water. Maybe try a little CGI on it, see how it works. If it doesn't work well, scrap the project.
What, kind of a better version of what he did with E.T.?
Yeah.
Maybe that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but he would never do it because he's learned his lesson from that.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be a remake.
No, it wouldn't. That's the closest I'd come.
Yeah.
You don't need to remake, much like Apocalypse Now. What would you try to fucking accomplish?
Number 12, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I would be fine with someone using the concepts in there in a different way.
People have. They've done 2 slasher movies.
Yeah.
The first one was good. The second one was not.
Yeah. But don't try to remake the stories of Doc and Marty.
No.
It's ballsy enough to make Rick and Morty. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, don't fuck with
the
first one.
They do enough change to Rick and Morty, though, that it's not... It's not...
It's inspired by. Literally, the fact that they never touch on time travel to avoid that direct comparison.
Yeah.
But yeah, why would you even fucking think?
Number 11 is Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Did they? I'm pretty sure they did. Or no, they made a prequel.
No, they didn't make that movie. That movie...
I've never seen the whole thing, but I can
It's a phenomenal film.
Don't fuck with it.
You don't.
Someone will try to retell the story of Butch and Sundance.
Sure.
Wait, okay, I'm going to feel like an idiot here. But are they historical characters or are they fictional?
I'm pretty sure they're fictional characters.
Okay.
If
they are historical, I can understand people trying to retell the story and tell it more accurately. But if they're fictional, yeah, fucking back off.
No, it's a true story.
Is it really?
Okay.
It's a true story.
Yeah.
That movie had such a style to it. The way everything was told. I don't know. It's just...
It's another one. Modernizing it, there's nothing...
No, modernizing it will never work.
Yeah.
Number 10 is Blazing Saddles.
You can't. You can't.
No, you can. You can. And it's possible to still do it and get away with it.
Yeah. Tropic Thunder taught us anything, is that there's still an audience for pushing the
If
limits.
South Park is still running the way it does, it is very possible to do this movie. The problem... The problem is you're not Mel Brooks.
No.
And even if you get something like History of the World Part 2, where Mel comes back and it's nice enough, what's the fucking point?
It's never going to sniff.
Teamed up with Richard Pryor right in that movie.
Right.
Yeah. Who could you even pull out of your ass nowadays? The closest people you can pull out of your ass aren't even close. What are you going to do, like Seth Rogen and Dave Chappelle get together to rewrite Blazing Saddles? All right, cool. Why don't you get those two to write something fucking new? I'd love to see something new to come out of two people that talented. Don't try and step on this again.
Number 9, Citizen Kane.
That's too revolutionary. It's too...
That's
too important to cinema. Why? This list reminds me of this. This list should have been made and handed to Gus Van Sant before he did the Psycho remake.
The shot-by-shot remake?
Yes. What the fuck are you thinking, bro?
Number 8, and I disagree with this one. This is the first one that I really disagree with, is Die Hard. I think you can absolutely remake Die Hard. It's not untouchable.
not untouchable.
In comparison,
You don't
in comparison to all these other ones,
So,
it's the easiest one to get a remake.
out of everything you've named so far, yes,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you just take place. You're in the wrong place at the at the wrong time.
That's all it fucking is.
That's the
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah.
But much like all of these other ones, it doesn't need to be. It works so well on
No.
its own.
No,
Why
I'm
the
not
fuck
saying
would you- why
it
would you
does.
bother?
It's
Mhm.
it's the absolute easiest so far.
Yeah. Yes.
The least offensive if you were to try.
Absolutely.
As far as I'm concerned.
Number 7, The Godfather.
Again, why the
Yeah.
fuck would anyone even try to?
And they
That's
did
stupid.
successfully as a show on HBO.
Well, not really.
Not really. No. Yeah.
Not
No.
even close.
Because
It's not The Godfather.
It's the father trying to get his son away from it, and then his son becomes the rise to power.
It's The Godfather meets Parenthood.
Yeah, like if
I can understand where you're coming from, but it's a different thing altogether.
I don't know.
The Godfather is a story of a fall from grace.
yeah,
Sopranos is a story where someone never.
So
had
is
grace.
Tony's.
No, it's not.
no, Tony's not Vito.
Tony's fall from grace is a different fall from grace.
He never had grace.
It's
He came into the series without grace.
at no point did Anthony take over.
No, I'm saying. So in The Godfather, the fall from grace is due to the family, right?
It's Michael. Michael never
Right.
wanted that life. His father never wanted that life for him.
Right.
Yeah,
Tony, it's for want of the one thing. It's the dying of the other. Right? For Tony, he's trying to run his mob family, and his personal life is a complete fucking train wreck.
but
It's a totally different character study.
Yeah,
I don't know.
With Michael, it's about for trying to protect family. With Tony, it's about an inability to control anger. That is the core of his character. He has no emotional control because of the trauma of childhood.
Yeah.
the
Whereas
Godfather.
Michael was raised well in a dirty situation, almost was able to transcend it, but because of how his family got fucked over,
Yes.
he was the only person who could step in. Sonny couldn't do it. Fredo couldn't do it.
No,
No.
Fredo couldn't fucking.
Connie couldn't do it.
Connie was the only one who probably could have done
Well,
it,
actually-
but they wouldn't have let him. They wouldn't have let her.
Well, after Carlo beat the fuck out of her,
Right.
she probably
She was the only other Corleone kid with a fucking head on its shoulders.
yeah.
But anyway,
Until the second one.
Number
but yeah.
6, Pulp Fiction.
yeah, no,
You can't.
no. It's so specific.
Number 5, E.T.
Well, I don't know. Mac and Me transcends it in so many ways.
Dude, James dies every time. Every fucking time. He's seen that clip like 9 fucking times, and he still loses it.
I didn't know he was a big fan of Paul Rudd interviews.
It's just because it's on Tubi.
I love that they picked that
And
clip. It's the perfect clip.
It is, and I have to stop on it every time it's on the list. I'm like, oh, we have to watch this 40-second clip of Mac and Me.
So, I don't. I agree that movie should never be remade. It captures innocence.
Yeah, and it's the Spielberg directing style. His use of light
Yeah.
is so important to that. You're not that alone. You're not going to make a better looking movie. And emotionally, it fucking lands on every point. So why would you even try?
He was so good
JJ
at
could do
telling
it.
the story from a child's point of view.
JJ tried to do it, kind of. Well, JJ put a spin on it with 8 millimeter. Yeah.
Number 4 is Taxi Driver.
That's such of the time. You have to make it.
Yeah.
Well, they tried to do it. They tried to remake it
Yeah, I know.
with Jawakin,
Yeah,
and it almost kind of worked.
ish.
Elements of it worked, and then they sequelized it. And well, let's move on to the next one.
Number 3, The Princess Bride.
Fucking Do not even contemplate touching that. You know what you can do? You can make a Broadway play, make a musical. That's all I'll allow. Anyone talks about it.
I like all these script readings of The Princess Bride that are out there that you can watch, where it's a bunch of different actors taking on the roles. I enjoy that.
You know, I've heard a concept, and I don't think they'll ever make it because Fred Savage is completely in Dutch right now. He is persona non grata.
Yeah.
Someone threw out the idea that you have him telling the story to his grandkid. And you recast it, but you don't make it the exact same movie. You keep characters the way they are, and you keep similar plot beats, but you change enough about it that it works. I'd love to see that. But only because it's a continuation of the first one.
That would be more of a sequel.
It would be a weird sequel reboot thing.
Yeah. Number 2 is Goodfellas.
Oh, they already did that. It's called My Blue Heaven.
Yo, I fucking love My Blue Heaven, bro.
I didn't realize that was one of those Deep Impact Armageddon moments until someone brought it up.
That they came out at the same time?
Pretty much the same year. Yeah.
Which reminds me, we should show James Goodfellas.
He's about there. I was that age when I saw it.
Yeah, because I was
actually younger.
I don't think it's.
He's seen worse.
He's seen worse.
Yeah. It's the fucking uber violent.
It's
not even that violent.
He's seen far more violent movies. Right? He's watched all the fucking John Wick films.
Yeah. There's nothing that happens in this that's any more violent than it.
No, if you want more violent, watch Casino.
Even then,
yeah.
The vice scene.
The vice scene. That's what I'm talking about. Or Joe Pesci's death.
Yeah, that is brutal. But the vast majority of the movie isn't nearly as brutal as watching John Wick go around and just headshot 100 motherfuckers.
He's watched Saw, too. So.
Oh, he's watched... Well, yeah, so the first one's not that bad.
No, he's seen the second one.
That's where it starts to crank up. If you watch that needle scene, you can watch anything.
Yeah, reverse bear trap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, like...
He's there. He's ready.
Yeah.
And not to mention, that's more nuanced, too. It's a great story.
Yes. Some funny shit in that one, too.
And Goodfellas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Pesci...
Yeah.
Fucking with everybody.
The How Am I Funny scene. I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
Like,
How Am I Funny?
Did you watch that whole thing?
And Prison.
Oh, the prison scene was great.
The fucking prison scene where they're just like fucking making Sunday gravy.
That movie, to me, should be the third movie you show a kid after Requiem for a Dream and Trainspotting, so they don't get into drugs.
Yeah, there you go. But Requiem...
Yeah, like Requiem. Actually, you should start with Goodfellas.
End with Requiem.
Yeah, all right, let's watch Trainspotting. You're never going to Scotland, you're never doing heroin. And then you end with Requiem. You're never going to Coney Island, and you're never doing heroin.
You never do anything. Every drug in that. Nope. Just no.
Maybe the weed. It's always funny when I was young. I was in my 20s watching it.
What you finish is with the cartoon All Stars.
You don't start there. You don't prime the.
No, you don't start there. That's where you end. You like every fictional character you've ever loved just told you don't do drugs. It worked for me. All right, maybe not so much with weed. But
that was not a drug.
Marijuana's not a drug.
Yeah.
You ever suck some dick for marijuana?
Schindler's List. Schindler's List is number one.
I just rewatched Half Baked. That fucking holds up.
It does.
Half Baked is incredible.
What was that number one?
Schindler's.
Oh, like.
Yeah. No.
Come on.
No.
This is an obvious list to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Just no.
All right, it's time for the food news.
We should, I'm going to put down in my notes a list of 5 movies that shouldn't get remade. That'll be one of my questions.
Just in time for summer, Progresso and Campbell's are dropping a new line of soups.
That Joe off.
Yeah, Joe straight up got up and left. And he's going to be like, I had to let Minnie in.
And he goes and grabs a jar of peanut butter? Yeah, I know.
So they have Progresso Pitmaster soups.
doing barbecue soups?
Apparently. Smokehouse-style grilled chicken and potato with roasted vegetables. Sausage and beer cheese with potatoes. Barbecue-style grilled chicken and fire-roasted corn. And hearty smokehouse-style steak, potato, and roasted veggie. So barbecue soups, and then Campbell's was like buffalo-style chicken mac soup, chili dog mac soup, spicy sausage mac soup, and beefy mac soup. Because nothing screams blazing hot temperatures like a can of fucking soup. Over at the Target, they have fruity gummy ice cream cone candies. They have a hot chili lime trail mix. They're getting into the peelable gummy game, and they have mangoes and bananas. Peanut butter and jelly cone tips.
Yeah, it's not for me.
They have 2 new spreads. They have a cookies and cream spread. That's probably pretty fucking good. Some waffles and some pancakes.
Oh, I love all of that.
And a cocoa and popcorn spread. So it's chocolate-covered popcorn-flavored spread, which also sounds incredible on pancakes.
Yeah, all of this could go really, really well with some kind of fluffy breakfast food.
Yeah. Oreo has yet again amazed everyone with a new flavor coming. Chocolate-covered pretzel Oreos. It is chocolate-flavored cream and a pretzel-flavored cookie topped with specks of salt.
All right. I'm wondering about the consistency of the cookie. If it's going to be pretzel-y or just pretzel-flavored.
I don't know, but we're gonna have to try this one for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Joe, I got some of those Thin Mints.
Good, right?
They're all right. Actually, I forgot to do them as a review. I don't think they were as good an amalgam as they were hoping for. They're not bad. They're not too ganache.
Really?
That's what loves me. Yeah, I haven't toasted them though, so I have 1 box left. I'll bring them over next time I come over.
All right. Burger King has ices with nerds. You get frozen strawberry or frozen blue raz topped with a shit ton of nerds. Lay's has a Thai-style red curry chip coming out. And Quaker is dropping a snickerdoodle cookie dough chewy granola bar.
I thought they already had one.
A snickerdoodle flavor? I don't know.
Okay, that's a...
Yeah,
okay.
snickerdoodle.
That sounds interesting.
I was thinking cookie dough.
Krispy Kreme from now until May 4th we'll have a strawberry infusion lemonade, a s'mores specialty latte, a cookies and cream cheesecake donut, a strawberry dream cheesecake donut, and a caramel delight cheesecake donut.
I will fuck up that cheesecake donut. Any of the cheesecake donuts.
Chips Ahoy has new chewy ice cream sandwich inspired Chips Ahoy.
Inspired?
Yes, it's got a vanilla ice cream filling with the soft and chewy chocolate cookie exterior.
Ooh. Room temperature ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah.
This is built right for me.
They quote, "These are now available at Costco. I will let you know on Friday because if they have them, I'm buying a fucking box. But High Chew Ice Pops are now available."
Ooh.
Yeah. And they say that they have a silky texture.
Silky texture.
Yeah.
This might be the closest thing we get to Jello pudding pop or to Jello pops.
I know.
Is that a very silky texture? I would hope it's the same thing too, with that kind of almost crusty frozen exterior, and as soon as you get through it, it's nice and smooth inside.
That's what it's.
Why the fuck is Jello not putting out ice pops?
That's what they're quoting here. I mean, they're fruit flavored, of course. because
and that very subtle
That's
haichu fruit flavor,
Right.
which I'm always very surprised I enjoy.
yeah. So if they have them, I am buying a fucking box. Ritz is putting out a new Sun-Kissed with a Tan Ritz cracker. It's a limited edition. It's slightly more baked. So it's like an extra crispy. Harry Potter fruit snacks are dropping.
How you mean to tell me there haven't been Harry Potter fruit snacks before?
Nope.
Like no brand has ever done a Harry Potter version?
Nope.
I call bullshit on that.
No, it's true. Joe can Google it. There's been no Harry Potter fruit snacks until now. Haribo just put out the Harry Potter gummies like a year ago.
Ben Crocker did them.
When?
Yeah, I found that really unbelievable.
You kind of.
Hey, joined just in time for food news.
Oh, cool.
Midway through food news.
So what I love about my life is the timing aspect of it.
We're talking about Harry Potter fruit snacks.
Oh, okay. I would assume that Mike and Joe both over the moon about it.
Yes.
See, I'm shocked that there's never been a Harry Potter version of fruit snack. I'm not going to say I've seen them, but like, how could there not have been?
They're exclusive to Walmart, the Betty Crocker ones.
Yes, that's what these are.
Are they?
Yeah.
The Haribos.
And the Haribos were gummies. I had them. They're pretty good.
So, Joe, are they based on the movies?
No.
I don't know.
So it comes with the Sorting Hat, the 4 house emblems, and a golden snitch.
Oh.
No lightning bolt?
No.
Odd.
What the hell are these? Oh,
Bugles,
gummy candies.
Salt and Vinegar is joining the lineup of Bugles.
Ew.
And Haribo is dropping new tropical Gold Bears. Double Chocolate Cookie Crisp is back.
Ooh, good.
How can you fit more chocolate chips on a Cookie Crisp?
You make the cookie chocolate.
That makes sense. That's the double part. And I always figured double would be just more of one thing, but no, make the whole fucker.
Exclusively at 7-Eleven, you can get Cherry Slurpee flavored almonds by Blue Diamond.
That's just another sign of the fall of Western society.
And an update on the Pop-Tarts ice cream and the announcement of a new line of Pop-Tarts ice cream novelties. In June, you will be able to get frosted strawberry, frosted brown sugar, cinnamon, and frosted s'mores pints of ice cream. I can tell you that the Frosted Flakes and Fruit Loops ice cream, along with the Eggo waffle ice cream, has been great. But the bastards did it. Pop-Tarts ice cream sandwiches will be dropping in June. Yeah, that's right.
Why wouldn't you? Now,
Ice cream betwixt 2 Pop-Tarts in frosted strawberry, frosted brown sugar cinnamon, and frosted chocolate fudge.
I mean, if you're going to do it, those are the 3 to do.
Right?
Yeah.
all wise choices. Now, my concern was that they were going to make some different shaped Pop-Tart thing.
No.
And then stick the ice cream between it. No, it is
No.
legit.
It's legit 2 fucking Pop-Tarts with the ice cream in between it.
They could have shot that bet, but they didn't. I'm happy.
You fucking stuck the landing right there. That's food news. I have a fair amount of douches.
I want to, obviously, a lot of the things you're going to say, I will concur. There's one that just popped up. I don't know if it was a very recent twat or twaddle or X or whatever the fuck, from Senator Lindsey Graham. I was excited to hear that President Trump is open to the idea of being the next pope. This would truly be a dark horse candidate, but I would ask the papal conclave and Catholic faithful to keep an open mind about this possibility. The first Pope/U.S. president combination has many upsides. Watching for white smoke. Trump, MMX, whatever Roman numeral horseshit. They cannot be fucking serious. This has got to be a gag.
They are very serious.
I'm pretty sure you had to be a priest before you be the Pope, right? Like that's
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of
no.
You gotta be a member of the church.
Yeah.
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 This is the worst episode of Black Mirror I've ever lived.
How funny is it going to be? Like, not funny haha, but funny like, dear Jesus, when he is announced as the next Pope.
I will, if that were to happen, that would be the one that breaks me. And I would just go into the fucking woods. You can't be like, oh, I'm going to go to Canada. No, that is a sign the end times are coming.
Yeah,
not even a biblical thing.
There's nowhere to fucking go.
Yeah, I'll just go out and like disappear in the fucking woods, like those Japanese people who are done with their lives. I'll create a murder wood.
Kyle, how are you feeling about that?
Kind of agree with the Woods notion, because at that point it wouldn't just be a United States issue, it would be an international issue, because in order for that to happen, it would need to be voted on by the cardinals in the Vatican.
You have to be a cardinal. He can't.
Oh, good. That's good to know.
It's impossible. Yeah, you have to be a cardinal.
Just the fact that someone like that, who spent a couple years decrying Trump, just shitting on him for all the valid reasons that any human should, to see these people do a complete about-face just to cover their political asses, I don't, to quote the professor, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
It really is. It is real interesting to see.
Sycophancy is the only word I could use.
But it's not. They for some reason they fucking fear him, which I don't fucking get. Like, I'm not calling for it, but like, people get murdered every fucking day, and like, yeah, you're gonna get in trouble for it, but like, I don't know. I don't understand how a near 80-year-old man instills such fear when you see how other leaders react around him. Like, you saw the shit during the Pope's funeral where, like, him and Zelensky were walking to go sit and talk, and Macron comes up and he's like, he does the, like, bro handshake with Zelensky, and then he fucking pats Trump on his chubby little belly, and he's like, yeah, whatever, bro.
I saw that both of their entrances into the basilica were very different.
Yeah, huge pop for Zelensky.
Yeah, you could hear a pin drop when Trump walked into the room.
Yeah.
And Zelensky almost got a fucking parade.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, I don't get all these senators and shit. They're like, oh, we're going to get primaried. Who gives a fuck? You shouldn't be in your fucking job that long to begin with. There should be fucking term limits for all you assholes.
And there should. But they're the only ones who be setting those term limits, and you know that's not happening.
I'm aware. But to continue the douche train, because there's not a point in saying fuck you just yet. Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Hannah Dugan was arrested the other day by federal authorities and is being charged with felony counts of obstruction for her role in helping an undocumented immigrant avoid arrest after he appeared in a courtroom last week, officials confirm. It's arresting judges now.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I've heard about this case, she may have done something illegal by getting this immigrant out of the courtroom the way she did, by literally trying to shield them. But it's nothing I'm against.
It's not illegal because she has no... ICE has no jurisdiction within her fucking court. If they were outside, different fucking story. If they came indoors, that's her fucking domain. That's how the fucking law works with that. You gotta wait your fucking turn, motherfucker. On top of that, let's see what else. They announced that ICE can now enter your home without a warrant to look for migrants.
Yeah, that's draconian.
Yeah.
Literally goes against pretty much all the...
Then, 3 U.S. citizens, ages 2, 4, and 7, were deported from Louisiana the other day. The 4-year-old with stage 4 cancer.
Well, she was an MS-13 gang member, so this was a good call.
It's not even funny to make fucking jokes about it anymore. This is fucking sickening. They're children. They're citizens. The mother was pregnant. Father wasn't even fucking notified. Kids. If some asshole with a gun came to my house to try to get my children, they'd be dead.
Or you would be, but yes, I understand the inference.
Let's see. Where else are we going with this? Here we go. 46% of toy companies in the U.S. say they expect to go out of business within the next few weeks. 128,000 federal workers have lost their jobs in the last 60 days. 40% of cargo ships leaving China for the U.S. are empty.
Is it leaving China for the U.S. or leaving the U.S. for China?
No, leaving China for the U.S. It's coming this way. 40% of them are empty. Shoes are expected to go up 87% in price. Apparel is expected to go up 65%. U.S. exports expected to drop 18%. Tourism is down 20%. I can fucking attest to that. That's the industry I currently work in. Let's see. What else? What else here? I want to backtrack for a little bit. Back to 2017. A post from Ivanka Trump, at POTUS, her father, signed into law the Women, Peace, and Security, making the United States the first country in the world to enact WPS legislation. Today I was proud to announce with female police cadets that Columbia will develop a WPS National Action Plan as part of our WPS partnership. Flash forward to today, where Pete, I'm so drunk / underqualified for this fucking job, Hegseth, was like, this morning I proudly ended the Women, Peace, and Security program inside the Department of the Defense. WPS is yet another woke, divisive / social justice Biden initiative that overburdens our commander and troops, distracting from our core task, warfighting. WPS is a United Nations program pushed by feminists and left-wing activists. Politicians fawn over it, troops hate it. DoD will hereby executive the minimum of WPS required by statute and fight to end the program for our next budget. Good riddance, WPS. Someone missed the memo that was his boss's program.
Facts like that don't matter.
Hey man, it's fine as long as they keep dunking on the libs.
Yeah, they're owning them.
Fucking cannot handle this shit. So fuck them. Fuck everybody in the White House. All of them. Especially that cock-juggling thunder cunt press secretary he's got.
Yeah, getting tired of being in houses where her face is on.
Yeah. And a special fuck you to Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard revealed that he turned down the role of Marvin Gaye in a biopic after learning the late singer's sexuality from Quincy Jones. Quote, "I would cut my lips off if I kissed some man. I would cut my lips off." Well, Howard, Mr. Howard, I hope this cuts off your fucking career.
It's not going to help him out.
I cannot fucking stand that we're in the year 2025 and this kind of shit comes out of anybody's mouth anymore. I have lost so much faith in fucking humanity.
I didn't have much to begin with.
It is incredible to me that we let such trivial fucking things bother us. Who gives a fuck who fucks what? Who gives a fuck what color you are, what your hair's like, who you like to fuck? I don't care. None of that bothers me. Just be a fucking decent person. That's all we should strive for, is just being an okay person. No one's asking for fucking perfection. Just don't be an asshole.
And we've never been able to do that as a species.
I know, Mike. I know. And I'm watching in fucking real time the decline of everything, and I'm scared. Not for myself. I'm gonna die sooner than later. But my kids have got to fucking deal with this shit. I am terrified about the world that Zach has to fucking grow up in right now. Terrified. I have tried my entire life to make sure that, yes, am I an asshole? Of course. I'm not perfect. But I will go out of my way to make sure that, like, other people aren't being dicks for stupid reasons. I might not like you because you're an idiot, or because you're spewing some kind of fucking insane bullshit, but I don't hate you for your color. I don't hate you for your fucking sexuality at all. Why? I don't hate you because you're vegan. I don't hate you because you're fucking meteor. None of that fucking bothers me. And I tried to instill that into my children. And it's like, when the world around you betrays that notion, it's like, what's the fucking point? Kyle, if I had girls like you do, I'd be even more fucking terrified than I am now.
I think about it every day.
And what's worse is I sit on a show with someone like Joe, who I know has opinions of this shit, and just stays quiet. That might bother me worse than people like Terrence Howard being like, I cut my fucking lips off. We can't be voiceless anymore. It's not a fucking option.
You can't force a person to talk.
No, I can't. But, like, have some fucking dignity.
Alright, let's do some nerds then.
I have them. I also have those.
Okay. My first nerd of the week is Florence Pugh. because she really seems to love showing her nipples off.
Yeah, she's all about freeing it. She's like, they're tits. People have them.
Yeah, and it's very enjoyable to me as someone who likes tits. She, at one of the premieres, she wore a dress that was completely sheer. She might as well have been naked. I'm not complaining.
She's done it several times. She's very open about it.
Yes, and one of the recent Thunderbolts premieres, she wore a bustier that the only comparison I could make is, you remember the scene in Scrooged where they're having the debate over whether or not you see the dancer's nipples?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that kind of situation. And in this one, barely. You're almost seeing them. And yeah, she's lovely.
Yeah.
She's quite lovely. So yeah, it's very, very, very nice for her. My other nerd of the week is Moby, who, for releasing 500 of his tracks for free online. Some of them are MP3, some of them are WAV, but a good majority of them, a good chunk of them, are multi-track. So you can pull all the different elements off of it and use it. And they're completely free to use. There's only two caveats. They cannot be used to promote the use of animal meat or dairy products, which is like, all right, cool. If we want to use them for a movie or something, I'll try not to have any milk in that scene. And they cannot be used to promote any right-wing ideology. So, in keeping with what we've been talking about.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Bravo, Moby. First up for me is Canada. Congrats on your election, by the way. Doing it right. The thing I'm here to talk about for Canada, though, is as Trump has shut down the suicide hotline, Canada has broadcasted their national hotline, which now has a toll-free American version, and the number is 1-877-330-6366.
Is there significance to that, or we're throwing it out?
I'm doing due diligence here and promoting the fact that even though our government is trashy right now, another government will help you if you're having said issues. And that number again is 1-877-330-6366.
I just wasn't sure if they were also using the opportunity to, like, if you look at a keypad, does that spell out something fucked up towards Trump? Because that would be pretty cool.
No.
Too,
This is just being compassionate, fucking humans.
Okay.
So bravo, Canada.
Hey.
Next up, China, who was like,
hear that one often.
China was all like, he keeps talking about those talks we had. It never happened. That Veronica Vaughn. No, you didn't.
Oh, we're going to get those tariffs done. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You can understand how I could. No, I really can't.
So, bravo, China, for being like, fuck him. Also, what did they say that had me laughing? Yeah. So, Chinese officials spill the beans on Donald Trump's disastrous negotiating skills and reveal that he invents bargaining chips out of thin air, then backtracks as the U.S. braces for mass shortages from his tariffs. Quote, they make up bargaining chips out of thin air, bully and go back on their words, said Zhao Zhenzing, Deputy Director of China's National Development and Reform Commission. Zhao said that his harebrained MAGA approach to economic diplomacy makes everyone see one thing more and more clearly, that it is the so-called reciprocal tariffs severely go against historical trends and economic laws, impact international trade rules in order, and seriously impair the legitimate rights and interests of countries. Zhao further stated that China has been reducing its food and grain imports from the U.S. so that if and when a full stoppage of those imports comes, it will not shock the nation's food supply. This decrease directly affects American exporters and further undermines our economy. Get on with your bad selves, China.
So crazy that China's turning into the good guy now.
Yeah, we did that.
Or at least less of a bad guy. It won't be too long before our human rights record is worse than theirs. And that's saying quite a bit.
Isn't it? One of my other nerds is 60 Minutes. Have you been following this whole fucking thing? Alright. So 60 Minutes directly criticized its parent company after the resignation of executive producer Bill Owens.
That got really digital. I didn't hear half of that.
I said 60 Minutes directly criticized its parent company after the resignation of executive producer Bill Owens. Quote, "Our parent company Paramount is trying to complete a merger. The Trump administration must approve it. Paramount began to supervise our content in new ways." So I'm glad that they put that out there. And the last bit of nerd I have here is something pretty hopeful. Scientists have created a powerful new chemotherapy drug, NUC-7738, by modifying cordyceps, a natural compound found in a Himalayan fungus traditionally used in Chinese medicine. Normally, cordycepin breaks down quickly in the body, limiting its cancer-fighting potential. To solve this, biotech company Nucana applied ProTide technology, chemically enhancing cordycepin to resist breakdown and penetrate cancer cells more effectively, boosting its potency by up to 40 times. Early lab experiments and Phase 1 clinical trials have delivered promising results with minimal side effects. During Phase 2 trials, combining NUC-7738 with pembrolizumab helped control disease progression in 75% of patients who had run out of other treatment options. Buoyed by these outcomes, Nucana plans to expand Phase 2 trials in 2025 as it in talks with the FDA about potential approval. That's good shit.
As long as some mutation doesn't happen, it turns into the fucking Last of Us. Anytime any of these things are altered, it always gives me some thought.
Can't be worse than what we're doing right now, Mike.
It actually could be, just in a different way. Alright. This is the end. Shadow Man, you want to take us in for a landing?
And so...
Sure. Alright, as always, if you like what you hear, you can like us on Facebook.com/nerdities, follow us on Twitter @nerdities, email us at nerdities@gmail.com, and check out nerdities.com.
While you're there, don't be. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/nerdities, NERDATIES, buy our t-shirts. Buy the EPW show's t-shirts, which is the show is dropping Memorial Day weekend. So that's coming up soon. For... what was the fucking math on that? 30 weeks? 30 weeks straight of EPW episodes. So that's going to be fun. Big fun times. Yeah, that's you.
Check us out on youtube.com, youtube.com/nerdies. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all things nerdies. Remember, season 2 of Nerd ETs will be coming at some point. We also have our Halloween special, a Christmas special, and give us money now.
Joe,
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding you to this. By next episode, next week,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to read that goddamn script.
I'll read it. I will read it. I promise you I will read it.
Alright, that's a promise. 2 of us heard it.
Mm-hmm.
You back
Ronnie's
that now.
read it.
I don't know what kind of punishment we have, but we'll figure one out.
No, I will read it.
It's not just going to be bags of Doritos, goddammit. The opinions of the Nerdy's crew are idiotic and poorly thought out, but don't worry, next week will be far more insulting. Fuck bye.
Fuck
Bye.
bye.
Because of the end of civilization, the Clamp Cable Network now leaves the air. We hope you have enjoyed our programming, but more importantly, we hope you have enjoyed life.